Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I've been gaining some subscribers recently, which has been really exciting for me. And because of that, I decided I want to do a questions tag. So I looked up several different lists online that's like 20 questions tag. That's like literally what I searched. And I finally found a list that I like. It's actually 32 questions, but I really like the options that it gave me. If you want to do this yourself, that's totally awesome. So let's just dive right into it, because I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to kind of get to know me a little bit, get to know a little bit about my channel. And if you hear dogs in the background, that's because if you didn't know, I have two dogs. Well, one of them's mine, the other one's my roommate's, but I've known my roommate's puppy since she was a baby, and she's a little over, she's like a year and a half now. So her and I are rather bonded too. So anyways, if you hear dog noises, that's why. Question number 1. Do you sleep with your closet doors opened or closed? Closed. All the time. I never let my closet doors be open, because that's when something's gonna come kill you. Them just be the facts. So I always make sure my closet door is closed, no matter where I am. If there's another door in the room, like a bathroom door or something, that also has to be closed. Nothing's getting into my room. Nothing's leaving my room either. I'm trapped with it. It's totally fine. Question 2. Do you take shampoo and conditioner bottles from hotels? Sometimes. I've definitely done that before. Especially if it's like, we went on vacation in the Bahamas when I was in 6th grade, and they were really cute shampoo bottles that had like the hotel logo on them, and we've never been back there since, so that's why we took them, because it was like a souvenir that you didn't have to pay for because you already bought the hotel room. Question 3. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? I'm gonna assume this means like, do you get tucked in at night? Like, do you tuck yourself in? I don't actually. Sometimes if I'm feeling like it, I'll kind of like wrap myself up in my sheets. But that's only if I'm cold enough. Sometimes I don't even sleep with my sheets. It just depends. So I don't think I sleep with my sheets tucked. Just to give you a really well-rounded answer there. That's my answer. Question 4. Have you ever stolen a street sign? No, I've actually never stolen anything. I know someone who has stolen a street sign though, because in my hometown, we had this street called like Dream Lane or like Star Lane or something. And so that street sign would get stolen literally all the time, because it's like, who doesn't want that sign? Again, I never did it because I'm a big old chicken. And also, it's illegal, so, you know, do it. You do you. Question number 5. Do you cut out coupons and use them? I'm not someone who goes to the grocery store with like a stack of coupons. Now, if I was browsing through the ad that I get every week that comes in the mail, and I notice something that I know I'm going to use, then sometimes I'll grab it. But most of the time I'm not sitting there like, ooh, I need to save 5 cents on mustard. Now I could do that because it'd save me some money. It's definitely not a bad thing to do, but no, I personally do not do that at this moment. Would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? Now my instinct says bear, because there's like all these techniques to get away from a bear, and like, I feel like that's not the best answer. I feel like a swarm of bees is better, but I just get so scared by bees, and also all the bees would die because they were attacking me. It just depends on where I am, I guess. Like, am I in the middle of a city? Am I in the middle of the woods? Is there a river nearby? Neither is ideal, but my answer would really depend on my location. I know that's like, that's not the point of this. I'm just supposed to answer it, but that's what kind of answers I give, and that tells you a little bit about me. So there you go. Do with that what you will. Do you always smile for pictures? I used to always smile for pictures. That was question 7, by the way. But recently, I don't always. Now, if I'm with like my friends or something and we're like taking a group picture, I'll always smile for that. And normally they do too. But if I'm taking like selfies, half of them are smiles and half of them are like, ooh, serious, poses kind of thing. Do you ever count your steps when you walk? I don't normally count, like, if I'm just walking somewhere, but if I'm going up and down stairs, sometimes I will count the steps as I go, and then it's really hard for me to stop counting, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm like telling my brain to stop counting, and then it just keeps counting, because why would it listen to me? It's kind of like, if you think about the fact that you're blinking, just think about it. Have you blinked yet? How about now? You're welcome. Have you ever peed in the woods? I think maybe once. I did grow up in a very rural town, and sometimes you and your friends would go on hikes and stuff, and you'd be in the middle of the woods, and you'd have to go to the bathroom. But it's very, very difficult for me to pee anywhere that isn't a toilet, even if it's like the ocean. I just find it extremely difficult for some reason. So if I have, it was like one time, and I was desperate. Do you still watch cartoons? That's question number 10. Yes, I love cartoons. I don't watch them as often as I used to, but I've actually just recently gotten into a bunch of animators on YouTube, so like those are kind of cartoons. But I definitely grew up watching like Batman, Scooby-Doo, any superhero cartoon. Oh my god. And I'll still rewatch those sometimes. Like Young Justice is one of my favorite shows, Avatar: The Last Airbender, just a lot of really good shows out there. I'm definitely a fan of cartoons for sure. Question 11. Where would you bury hidden treasure if you had some? Well, it depends. Like, am I out of debt at this point? Because if not, then I'm gonna bury it into the place where all my loans are so that they can go away. But if that wasn't an option, I think I'd bury it in the middle of the really big park in my city. It's a pretty massive park that takes up a good chunk of the city, and it's so big that as long as no one saw me burying it and I could somehow like put a rock over it or something, it would take a really long time for someone to find, because it's a big park, and unless I gave them like exact coordinates, they're not going to find it that easily. Question 12. What do you drink with dinner? Well, most of the time I drink water, but my favorite thing to drink is apple juice. I've been drinking apple juice since I was very little, and it's just what I prefer. Question 13. What do you dip a chicken nugget in? If I had my choice of anything, I'd always dip chicken in honey, because it's just a combo made in heaven, and if you've never tried it, I recommend you try it, especially if you do like sweet stuff, or if you like a sweet barbecue sauce, or even like a honey barbecue sauce. You should try dipping chicken in honey. Chicken nuggets in honey is phenomenal. It's like what I grew up with, and I love it. Okay, it's great. What movie could you watch over and over and still love? So some of my top movies, Meet the Robinsons is like one of my favorite movies of all time. That's pretty far up there for me. A lot of Disney movies I could probably watch a couple times, like Moana is pretty like up there. Like I could watch Moana several times and not really get bored of it. Pretty much all of the Marvel movies I could watch 50 times and not be bored of. As a child, I actually watched Transformers, the first Michael Bay Transformers, and TMNT, which I think came out in 2007 or 2009. I watched both of those over 30 times each because my brother and I kept count. So those I could honestly probably watch again, and I haven't watched them in a while, so I actually kind of want to. So those are just a few of the movies that I definitely watch over, because I'm the kind of person that if I really like something, I can definitely watch it multiple times. Were you ever a Girl Scout? I was, actually. I made it all the way up to the top Girl Scout rank, whatever that is. I never got my gold award, which is the highest Girl Scout award. However, I did get my silver award and my bronze awards. So yes, I was in Girl Scouts since Daisies, and I did go through to the highest ranking, which is like cadet or senior or something. It's tan, that's all I remember. Question 17. Can you change the oil in your car? Yes, I can, actually. I don't do it for my car personally because it's a car that you have to jack up to get under it, and that makes me incredibly uncomfortable. Like, I have extreme fear of the car crushing me to death. However, whenever I had a Jeep, which was my first vehicle, you didn't have to have a jack. You could literally slide under it. That's how tall it was, and I want to get a vehicle like that in the future because I can change my own car oil, and it's a lot cheaper to change your own oil. So yes, I can change it as long as the car doesn't have to be jacked up, because then my fear debilitates me from changing the oil in my car. Have you ever gotten a speeding ticket? I have never gotten a ticket for speeding. However, I have been pulled over for speeding when I was 16. It resulted in a warning because I was so terrified that I started crying, and I had never gotten anything before, and so the officer took pity on me, and also it's a small town, so the officers are just a little gentler sometimes than other times. Am I afraid of heights? Yes, but like with limits. So if I don't feel secure, I'm very afraid of heights. I actually, so I've done the 23andMe DNA test, and if you guys are ever interested, I'd totally be down to just kind of like talk about my results with you guys. I don't think it's that exciting potentially for y'all, but maybe it is. So if you're interested, I'll do it. Anyways, in there's a list of things that they identify as your traits. And so it's things like eye color, and it's like you likely have blue or green eyes, which I do. And one of them was fear of heights, likely to be more afraid of heights. And so I read into it and I was like, how is this something that you can determine via DNA? And apparently it's something to do with your ears and just like your center of balance. And so some people, they're like, for me, my fear of height directly correlates with my balance. So if there's like a ledge right here, and this is the end of the ledge, and I'm standing over here. The closer I get to the ledge, the more inclined I feel to lay on the ground and scoot over to the ledge to peer over it like this, because then I feel secure. I could never stand on the edge of a cliff and peer over, because I am 99% sure I'd just literally fall over. So a lot of it does, for me, correlate directly with a fear of I would just topple right over. Do I sing in the car? I sing everywhere. I sing all the time. I always have a song stuck in my head, and I rather enjoy humming, and I've been in choir since kindergarten. Yeah, I sing everywhere. You guys have heard me sing in my videos before too. I always am singing. Is Christmas stressful? Yes and no. The thing that stresses me out the most about Christmas is not having enough money to buy my friends all the things they deserve. Because if I am very much a gift giver, I want to buy things for my friends year round, all the time. And if I had a lot of money, my friends would constantly be receiving gifts. So Christmas stresses me out because I never have the funds to give my friends the gifts that I feel they deserve. The occupation I wanted to be when I was a kid. So I was determined to be a writer ever since like 3rd grade. I have written multiple stories, like complete stories, in notebooks, and I have like 20 notebooks that are just like bulging with ink and just everything, and just literally filled to the brim with stories I have written. If you guys are ever interested, I'd be down to read some of those for you. Like anywhere from the things I wrote that were like 10 pages long in kindergarten to the trilogy that I wrote 5th grade through freshman year of high school, maybe sophomore year even. Like I wrote a legit trilogy, and I even was rewriting it, I was editing it, and I typed it up, and I was ready to send it to a publisher. And I don't know why I never did, because I think it would have been neat and it would have been a story to tell. But I always dreamed of being a writer when I was a kid. Do I believe in ghosts? It's like kind of complicated. My belief system just revolves around the fact that I feel like there's beings out there that we don't understand, whether that's a departed person or whether it's energy from a bad or positive situation that happened that's left behind, or if it's other entities entirely. I do believe in paranormal activity. I do believe in ghosts to a certain extent, yes. What is the first concert I ever went to? So my first concert, if you're talking like legit concert, was actually freshman year of college, and it was a Def Leppard concert. It was actually really fun, but it made me realize that I don't really care about concerts because it's not my atmosphere. That doesn't mean I would never go to another concert in the future, because if I ever especially if I ever won tickets to a concert, to any artist I really liked, I would definitely go. But for the most part, I'm not going to be like going out and spending money on a concert when I could spend money on other things at the moment. Walmart, Target, or Kmart? If I had to choose between those three, I'd choose Target. I don't like Walmart for a number of reasons, and all of the Kmarts around me are like, they looked like they were abandoned 5 years ago, but there's still people working there for some reason. Nike or Adidas? Honestly, I really don't have a preference. It's all about if it fits and if it's comfortable for me. Can I curl my tongue? Yes, I can do 2 of the 3 things that supposedly people can do with their tongue. There's the fold in half, there's the clover, and then some people can flip their tongue, and I can't do that. So I can curl my tongue, yes. Have you ever cried because you were so happy? Yes, I am a crier. I am a very emotional person. I have no shame about crying. I actually like reading sad stories sometimes just to make myself cry. The last concert I saw, the Def Leppard concert, because I haven't been to another concert since then. Can I swim well? Yes and no. I can swim enough to survive. I have never been able to swim underwater without holding my nose or putting my face in the water, because I've always been afraid of water going up my nose. I really enjoy swimming, and I think I'd be able to survive in a situation where a riptide pulled me out, but also swimming is really hard and you get really tired really fast, like faster than you think. So I do think I can swim pretty well, but I'm not like phenomenal by any means. Can you knit or crochet? No, I can loom though, which is those circles and you can make like a beanie or a scarf out of it. And finally, the last question, are you a dog person or a cat person? Now, I generally define myself as a dog person. However, I love cats as well. My only problem is I am mildly allergic to cats. I am an animal person. Like, you could put any mammal in front of me and I'm gonna be happy. Like, I don't care. I love them all. I love all creatures. And so even though I'm more of a dog person than a cat person, I still like cats. I don't dislike cats by any means. I'll answer a couple more things just to kind of because I kind of want this to be just like a get to know me kind of thing. I am graduated from college. I studied film. My username is appleschloss, and it is that because of a nickname that I got in high school. My nickname wasn't appleschloss specifically, but one of my friends did call me appleschloss once or twice, and I really liked it, so I ended up making it my username. I'm more of a gaming channel, but I do occasionally post other things, just whatever makes me happy. At the moment, my primary game is Minecraft. I'm having a ton of fun with that, but I do occasionally play other games as well. If you're not interested in that, you definitely don't have to hang around, but also I would really appreciate you either checking them out, or you can just stick around for the Minecraft videos, or whatever suits your interest. But I really hope you're enjoying your stay here. Like I said, I really love interacting with you guys, so feel free to leave a comment. No matter how long it's been since this video has been posted, I will probably see it, and I'll be able to chat with you guys. If you guys end up doing this video as well, feel free to let me know, like tag me on Twitter. If you aren't following my Twitter or Instagram or anything like that, the links are in the description. You should check them out. Hit me up. I love chatting with you guys. If you guys want me to answer any of your questions, let me know. I'd love to do a fan Q&A. I think that'd be really cool. But that's it for now. I hope this gives you a kind of an idea about me. If you want to see some more stuff from me, make sure you subscribe so you'll be able to get notifications and stuff whenever my new videos post. But I will see you guys in the next video, okay?